A spark in the dark, Mark Vergne.
What does it take for us to be remembered by the world? Does it take the wealth of a Bill Gates or the power of a Michael Bloomberg? Or how about the fame of a Charlie Sheen? There is an easier way. Simply by making a gift of ourselves to another person, we become a light to the world, a spark in the dark. At my 5th year college reunion, a classmate I barely remembered walked up to me. "You're Mark Vergne, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Well, my name is Steve, and back in college, you saved my life." I said, "Hold on, Steve. You're pulling my leg, aren't you?" Steve said, "No, Mark. It actually happened early one morning in our dorm while you were taking a shower." Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone a little anxious about where this shower story is heading. Let me explain. Back in college, I had this very annoying habit. Every morning in the dorm, I used to sing while taking a shower. And the worst part is I sang off key. Now, in the morning that my classmate Steve says I saved his life, Steve had been up the entire night before contemplating just ending it all. His parents were divorcing. He'd flunked out of pre-med. He was abusing drugs, and his girlfriend had just dumped him. So now it's 7 in the morning. Steve's been up all night, and suddenly he hears me singing in the shower. As he told me at the reunion, he says, "Mark, I thought I was the biggest loser in the world until I heard you singing in the shower off key." Now listen, what I did was hardly heroic or even intentional. I mean, I barely knew the guy. But isn't it the case that we all know people whom we really don't know? Lonely people. People who spend more time on Facebook with strangers than they do face-to-face with friends. You and I, we can pierce their loneliness with our simple human presence, with our voices, even when they're off key. After all, it's not the gifts you have, it is the gift you are that can be the spark in the dark. Now, sometimes, though, the assistance that we offer people is totally rejected by them. This happened to me back when I first joined Toastmasters so many years ago. Back then, I was petrified of table topics. By the way, is anyone in this audience still scared of table topics? Raise your hands. Okay, well, let me give you some advice. This was a foolproof method I used when I first joined Toastmasters for handling table topics. What I would do is that I would show up late to the meeting about 25 minutes. I'd wait outside the door. I'd listen in. And then I wait for the table topic session to be over before I walked in. "Hello, everyone." Oh, man, this method worked brilliantly. Until the 7th meeting. That night when I walked in, everyone started clapping. And more ominously, the treasurer of our club, this tough-talking Irishman named John Kane, he yanks me by the elbow. "Listen, Buster," he says, "I'm on to your little scheme." "Oh," he said, "you're not ducking out of table topics anymore. You want to know why they just clapped? That's because I just told them you're going to represent this club in the area table topics contest." Mr. Kane, I'm not really ready for this." He says, "Don't worry, kid. I'll make sure you're ready." "But Mr. Kane, I said, "what if I embarrass myself?" "Don't worry, kid. The club is with you all the way." "But Mr. Kane, what if I embarrass the club?" He said, "Don't worry, kid. We'll find you another club." Did I compete? Are you kidding? I was more scared of John Kane than I was of table topics. Of course I competed. Did I win first place in the area contest? No, I didn't. But I came in 3rd, and I still have the certificate to prove it. Man, third place. My family was so proud of me. Third place. My club was excited, third place. My friends couldn't believe it, third place. Of course, there were only 3 of us in the contest. But it didn't matter, did it? Because just simply competing sucked all the fear table topics out of me. John Kane's tough love helped me to find my voice, eventually. At a moment in my life, when I was new to this city, and I was just stumbling around, totally clueless, and afraid of my own shadow, John Kane was for me that spark in the dark. I wonder, sometime in the next month, someone new is going to join our club. And I wonder, will we choose to be for that person what John Kane was for me? You know, long after we're gone, will anybody care, let alone remember that we were here? You can bet on it. The rich and the famous, they get streets and schools named for them. But we too, we can have our names live on forever, etched forever in the hearts of those whose lives we touch. Before he died, I spoke with John one last time. And he was in a real funk. He just was dwelling on all his disappointments. Never got married, never had kids. 2 patents to his name, both failures. And he just went on, and I just listened patiently. But then I said, John, do you remember that crazy table topics contest you dragged me into? John, you changed my life. Suddenly he stood straight up, his Irish eyes smiling at last with pride. John, I said, so long as I live and can tell your story, I promise you, your gift to me will become your gift to the world. Every day, we get to change the world and have an opportunity to change the world every time someone in need enters our life. A dose of tough love, or maybe just a word of encouragement, a gift of ourselves to another human being. That's all it takes to be a spark in the dark. Madam Contest Chair.